Back on 5 on 2, and Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley joins us live here in the studio for one of her regular visits. Always great when you can come in.
Always great to be here.
I know you're a busy lady. We appreciate your time. A lot we can talk about. Let's talk first about this current project underway where you're surveying a lot of vacant lots, deciding whether to demolish, whether to develop. Difficult but very important decisions. What's going on there?
Absolutely. You know, we've taken down hundreds of houses across the city over the past few years, and so we want to see what that effect has had, hopefully, in stabilizing some property values. We saw that in the last appraisal, but now we're going to take a house-by-house assessment of them to see if they're owner-occupied, to see what condition they are. We haven't done this in about 5 or 6 years. There's around 75,000 pieces of property in the city of Dayton, and this data will help us really determine what our next steps are on outcomes for neighborhoods.
And of course, a lot of focus lately on the arcade. There's such an emotional tie with that property with so many here in the Dayton area, but boy, as time passes, you know, time is doing its worst on that piece of property. Right.
It really probably this past year when it has had some, really the owners have just been completely derelict in taking care and stabilizing the building. And so some of the gutters have fallen off the building, and that allows for some water damage.
Right.
And so, you know, we're really at a critical decision point here with the arcade. And the arcade cost to demolish is around $8 to $12 million according to our studies. And that's just not money we have sitting in a bank account for the city of Dayton, considering the recent cuts we've had, just like everybody else. Sure. Across, you know, everybody else's home accounts.
That's going to be a tough call. I'm glad I don't have to make it. Better news, we had a story last week about a new coffee shop opened Friday in downtown Dayton, and we noted at that time it's the 22nd new business to open in downtown Dayton this year, and you've got so many naysayers out there saying there's nothing happening in downtown Dayton. 22 businesses, that's not bad. It's
really great, and we see these small businesses coming downtown and seeing their opportunity there, and I think they're all reporting really good sales, and that unique space and place that downtown offers, that's something that's great right now for the market because people want unique experiences, and downtown Dayton offers that great local experience.
What can the city do to attract more local business?
Well, you know, we have a lot of programs with our Downtown Dayton partnership. For example, what we call the pop-up shops or activated spaces. We work with building owners to give a free lease rate, and up Dayton, the young professionals actually look through the business plans and decide what kind of businesses they want in their downtown. And so that decision is made by young professionals, really hoping that that'll get more young professionals downtown. And it's working. You know, we have a 97% occupancy rate in housing, 200 and some units going up right on Water Street. That group also received historic tax credits for 100 more. We're just seeing a lot of opportunity and just great things happening in downtown, specifically on housing and small business.
And of course, a lot of those pop-ups have become standalone businesses.
Right. They have a much better success rate than small, you know, starting a new business. You know, the failure for new businesses is very high across the country, but these guys, around 85% of them are still in business after 3 to 4 years, which is awesome. Let
me ask you finally about the Celtic Festival coming up shortly, one of the big events downtown. Of course, a lot of buzz a few days ago when we broke the news, no Guinness, so a lot of people are, oh, no Guinness, but the Celtic Festival will go on, and it's a great event.
It is a great event. Thousands of people come downtown, and you know, really just a great volunteer organization that puts that together, that came out of parents that were parents of Irish dancers, and that effort has really become a staple for downtown Dayton, and a great time to have a lot of fun in downtown. They have a 5K, lots of things going around. You don't have to drink Irish beer if you don't want to do that, but really listen to the music and enjoy this family event.
And there will be Scotch ale instead, so we're going to be covered on that. And let me ask you finally, before I let you go, in the news last week, Dan Foley and his group were talking about the possibility of merging governments, city and Montgomery County. What's the city's view on that?
Well, the city's listening closely to the discussion. We want to make sure that whatever we do, like in every decision, that it makes sense for the citizens of Dayton. And so we'll be paying attention to what kind of dollars are brought to that discussion. And also, really important for us to be an inclusive and diverse community. And that's something that the City Commission is and continues to do for the region. And in this discussion, how that fits is very key for us in the future. So it's not being driven in any ways by the city, but we are listening to it.
Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley, we always appreciate your time, really do.
Great to see you.
Don't be a stranger.
I love coming here. You all are so great, so appreciate your time and your work.
Man, thank you. Katie.